What do you always gotta hide my face for?
Stop. Here, hold these. I'm going across the street to that greenhouse and buy some more.
You're going to that greenhouse where?
Right across the street there.
That's a White House over there.
Well, that's the greenhouse.
How can that White House be a greenhouse?
That is the greenhouse.
How can it be a greenhouse if it's painted white?
What is the difference in how it's painted? If it was painted red, it would still be a greenhouse.
You mean if that house was painted red, it would be a greenhouse?
Well, sure.
Suppose it was painted blue.
It would still be a greenhouse.
Let me smell your breath.
Oh, stop that.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to listen very carefully to the next lines that Mr. Abbott reads, because here hangs the plot of the entire story.
Take these flowers and plant them in the backyard. And don't get into any trouble.
Was that not a beautiful reading?
Hey, Louis, come on up. What do you got? I just made a nice cake this morning for my bakery shop.
Oh, boy, I was going to have breakfast, too.
Well, you're lucky. I'm going to save you trouble for the restaurant.
Oh, good.
You like it might be pineapple?
Yeah.
Well, you try them.
Oh, thank you.
Huh? That's nice.
That's pretty good pineapple.
Mangia, Benedict. Hey, maybe you like a chocolate. Huh? You like a chocolate?
That's right.
It's a nice chocolate, eh? Mangia, figlio mio, mangia. Get better. Oh, maybe you like a coconut, huh?
It's too fattening this here.
Too fat? Yeah. Don't worry, my cake is not making it fat.
That's right.
It's a nice, it's a coconut.
You want that?
That's it, sir. It's all right. It's all right. Guarda, bella. Mangia, figlio mio, eh?
Huh?
Mangia, bella.
I think that's enough.
That's enough? Yeah. What's the matter? You got appetite? No appetite?
No.
Hey, just a minute. Please.
What?
You eat the 3 cakes.
Yeah?
Give me 30 cents.
I ain't got no money.
No money. No money. What do you eat for the cake if you don't got no money?
Hey, I ain't got any money, ain't I? That's all.
That's a bigger joke on me, huh? Might be you like lemon pie?
Oh, I ain't got no money, Mr. Boxer.
Well, no worry. You're nice for Lou. We're friends a long time. I'm going to give you lemon pie for nothing. Huh?
Oh, thank you.
Do you take, huh?
Yeah. That pie cost you 60 cents. I heard Mr. Boxer. You're nothing but a hog.
Were you addressing me?
I don't try to
Why, I don't even know you. You certainly have your nerve. How dare you speak to a single girl you don't even know? A 19-year-old girl who lives all by herself at 106 Maple Street on the 2nd floor, apartment 2B, and doesn't even have a steady boyfriend, and loves to go dancing, and is home almost every evening all by herself, and whose telephone number is Crestview 64805. My card. Fresh. I thought it was you. Oh. You thought you'd get away with it, did you? Well, I'll teach you a thing or two. No, you don't.
Get no noise.
Oh, I've made a mistake. You're the wrong man. I'm sorry. How can I apologize to you? I thought you were my husband.
Even if I was your husband, what right you got to hit me on the head with the umbrella?
What business is it of yours? You want to treat my husband?
Take the whole thing up.
Oh, Louis, would you mind coming over here a minute?
Sure.
Louis, would you put some oil on my back?
Oh, sure. Obliging. That's me all over.
Just put it on my back and shoulders.
You want me to put this oil on your back?
Yes, please, huh?
This is ridiculous.
Don't pour it on, rub it on.
That's why I said it was ridiculous. Okay. Oh, thank you. I like to do this.
Oh, that's fine, Louis, fine. Not so hard.
Is that nice?
Mm-hmm.
Nice and gentle?
Mm-hmm.
How's that?
Fine.
Hillary,
Yes?
are you coming out tomorrow at the same time?
Yes,
For
uh-huh.
another sunbath?
Uh-huh.
Can I put some more oil on your back?
Mm-hmm. That's the deal. Tomorrow when I come out to take a sunbath, you can put some oil on my back.
If it's all right with you, tomorrow, can I take my gloves off?
Be careful.
You have me in a dog. I didn't know it.
You didn't know. You never know. That's the trouble with you. Now look what you've done. You've ruined my sunsuit.
I'll buy you another one.
With what?
I'll have to do it with the allowance I get from my candy.
Oh, you.
Think of me. I won't have no candy for a month. You and your big nozzle. I'm sorry. I didn't. What are you trying to do? Play fireman? Hillary? That ain't gonna get you no place. What right have you got to be bigger than the other ones? Hey, Lou. Hey, Lou. Oh, what are you doing? I'm picking oranges for Hillary. I want to make up with her.
Listen.
Hey,
What's the matter?
I must be a magician. I'm making these oranges disappear.
Now, never mind the oranges.
I'm telling you, every time I go to pick an orange, it disappears.
Disappears. Oh, that's nothing but crows. Crows love oranges.
Are you kidding?
Certainly.
A crow is doing that?
Oh, maybe a mess of crows up in there.
Go get my sawed-off shotgun. Don't go away, crow. I'll get you.
Hey, what kind of a sawed-off shotgun is that?
How do you like that? I sawed it off the wrong end. Hey,
Uh-oh.
does crows sound like that?
Yeah, that was a crow, all right. Mrs. Crumbcake, you shot.
I'll see you south of the border.
No, you don't. See what happened. Go see what happened.
You shot me out of this tree.
Hello, Mrs. Crumbcake.
How dare you shoot at me when I'm up in the tree gathering oranges?
I mean, after all, that'll teach you not to steal my oranges.
Your oranges?
Yes.
For your information, this tree hangs over into my yard, and the law says that anything that hangs over my fence belongs to me.
She right at it?
Wait a minute, Mrs. Crumbcake. Did you ever see a fat man at a bar?
Yes, what about it?
Well, the pot that hangs over the bar, does that belong to the bartender? Crumbcake, I don't see where any serious damage has been done, and Lou will apologize for anything that he has.
What do you mean about
Stop fighting with the
I'm
lady.
not fighting with her.
In my days, men never fought with women.
In your days, men were too busy fighting with the Indians.
Quiet. Mrs. Crumbcake, I can't see where any serious damage has been done outside of your pride.
Oh, is that so? Well, let me show you. You perforated my bucket.
I perforated her bucket. How much does a little thing like this cost?
79 cents, including sales tax.
I'd be glad to pay it.
No, you don't. You'll make no cash settlement until we consult a competent attorney.
Okay. For your information, I'm going in the house and call my lawyer.
Don't call him. We'll see you in court.
You bet you will. I'll charge you with slander. I'll charge you with assault and battery. I'll charge you with attempted murder. Why, before I'm through with you, this case will cost you $5,000. Now, what have you got to say?
You can charge that, too.
Bah!
Come on. We'll see my attorney.
Wait a minute. I thought your attorney was in jail.
He got out this morning. Be smart. Come on.
Why don't you let me pay Mrs. Crumbcake the 79 cents?
What? And give up all the principles that Patrick Henry, Thomas Jefferson, and Benjamin Franklin fought for?
You mean they all perforated Mrs. Crumbcake's bucket, too?
Never mind. We're going down to see my lawyer. Come on.
Here we go.
Mr. Attorney, now that you have the facts, do you think you can help this poor unfortunate boy?
Well, certainly. Mr. Costello, you know what I'm going to do? The first thing I'm going to do is slap on a writ of habeas corpus, then a writ of certiorari, and then I'll slap on a writ of mandamus.
That's good.
Well, it's not good for you, but I just love to put on the wrist.
Let's get out of here, will you?
What's the matter with you?
This guy's a half-wit.
He's one of the slickest attorneys in town.
You bet I am. I promise you that I'll get you out of jail.
Yeah?
The minute your sentence is up.
You pick some rules, brother.
My boy, do you know what I'm going to do with you when I get you in court?
Tell him.
Oh, this is wonderful. First, I'll put you on the witness stand all by yourself, and I'll show the judge your peculiar dilemma. Then I'll drag all your antecedents into the courtroom, and I'll expose your entire background. And then, my boy, then I will split your plea, and I'll draw up your briefs in front of the jury.
You wouldn't dare. You haven't got the nerve.
Mr. Sidney! Mr. Sidney!
Yes? What is it, Clarence, my boy?
Would you mind giving me the papers on the Bradley case?
Well, of course, my boy. You bet your life. There you are, Clarence.
Thank you.
You're welcome, my lad.
No, who's that?
Oh, that's just a young lawyer friend of mine. You see, he can't afford to rent an office, so he rents drawer space in my desk here.
This is one lawyer that is not going to defend me. You are not going to defend me!
Your Honor, this case is very simple, almost as simple as my client. Look at him sitting over there. What does he look like to you?
Why, he looks to me like... I think I need new glasses.
Abbott, I don't think this judge likes me. Will you please let me pay the 79 cents and get out of here?
Are you crazy? You pay Mrs. Crumbcake that 79 cents, you're admitting your guilt. I want you to fight this thing. Fight it right through. I want you to walk out of here with clean hands.
If I listen to you, I'll be all washed up.
Any more loud talking in this courtroom, and I shall order you both to leave.
Well, Abbott, my boy, what do you say? Is everything all right with you? Who are you?
Mr. Costello, take the witness chair. Take the chair. Here. Where you going?
Take a chair.
Put it down. Will the defendant take off his hat? Will the defendant take off his hat?
Come on, folks. You heard the judge. Who's ever wearing a hat, take it off.
You! Will you please take off your hat?
Let me see it.
Sit down. Proceed, Captain.
Your Honor, it seems that my client here took a sawed-off shotgun. He aimed it at a woman, a poor, unfortunate woman up in a tree picking oranges. He fired that weapon, knocked that poor, misguided woman to the ground, causing her great bodily injury and perforating her bucket. The defense rests, Your Honor.
Whose side are you on? You're supposed to be my attorney. Look, Your Honor, I mean, after all, Mrs. Crumbcake, the woman that is suing me for the 79 cents, she's not even here. I think the whole thing is dishonest.
Are you intimating that this is not an honest court?
Well, I mean, after all, if she ain't here, what kind of case?
Quiet! I'll have you to understand that anyone appearing before me in this court gets justice, or my name isn't Judge Henry Q. Crumbcake.
Oh. Yes, sir.
Quiet! Counsel, have you anything more to say before I find the defendant guilty?
Your Honor, on behalf of my client here, I plead insanity.
This guy's killing me, Abbott. What are you pleading insanity for?
What's wrong with that?
I'm not crazy.
That's the law, my boy. I'm taking advantage of the insanity clause.
What's Santa Claus got to do with this? He don't come until December.
Will the defendant step up to the bar?
It's awful nice of you, Judge, but I don't drink.
Step up before the bench.
Wish he'd make up his mind. Abbott, pay the money. Let me get out.
Step up to the bench.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, my boy. The brakes just went against us, I guess.
The court finds the defendant guilty as charged.
You won't give me the chair, will you? I'm so young.
I hereby order you to pay the plaintiff the 79 cents or serve 30 days in jail.
Did you hear that, Abbott? All I gotta do is pay the 79 cents and I'm free.
Why, you ungrateful ingrate. What are you trying to do, ruin this man's reputation?
My boy, this case isn't lost yet. We'll take it to a higher court.
I don't want to go upstairs. All I'm gonna do is pay the 79 cents.
Oh, Costello, please, I appeal to you, my boy. I appeal to you as a
You
man.
don't even appeal to me as a woman.
And remember the words of the famous poet, stone walls do not a prison make, nor iron bars a cage.
And don't forget the words of that great poet, Judge Plumcake. 30 days has September, April, June, and Lou Costello. Hey, Abbott, get me out of here, will you? The whole place is full of rats.
What are you worrying about? I'm here.
It's the little rats I'm afraid of.
Don't worry about a thing. My attorney will get you out of here if it takes him 20 years. What does he care about time?
He's on a ball, ain't he?
You're telling me. Now I'll go and talk to him.
Yeah.
Don't go away.
Hi, partner.
Oh, were you addressing me? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Those are the first kind words I've heard in years. You see, sir, I wasn't always a dirty, filthy, scurvy bum like you. Mine is rather a sad story. Would you like to hear it?
No, sir.
Well, and I'll tell it to you. You see, it began many years ago when I was just a little boy. My father gave me the benefit of a good education. 14 years of grade school, preparatory school, college, and UCLA. Did you go to school, sir?
Oh, yes, sir.
You passed your examinations?
No, sir. But I was first on the list of those who failed.
Childhood. Well, then I met her. She was young, she was beautiful, she was desirable.
A girl?
A girl! Of course she was a girl. She was wonderful. She was like a flower blooming fragrantly in the garden of youth. And then one day, God in his infinite mercy smiled down on us, a little bundle of pink and white, a baby boy. I worked harder than ever, and then one day...
A little baby boy?
Yes.
A little bit of one?
A little boy.
What, did he have blue eyes?
Yes.
And brown hair?
Yes.
And was he a little fat fella?
Yes.
Daddy. I was kidding. Go ahead.
My boy, I worked day and night. And then one day, he came into my life. He was an actor, broken in health and spirit. I took him into my home. I said, make my home your home. And he did. Yes, I was a fool. But one day when I returned from my work, as was my wont, I called to her, Mary, Mary. Strangely, there was no answer. Mary.
She was out.
Mary. 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 She was gone. She was gone. My wife, my baby, and the stranger. They were gone. What are you laughing at? Then began a search that lasted for years. I was only 21 days behind them as they boarded a United Fruit Line steamer for Buenos Aires. 15 days at Rio de Janeiro. 5 days at the island of Madagascar. 2.5 days at the Cape of Good Hope. 7 hours at Port Said in Egypt. And then one day at the gates of Calcutta, I found him. I was just about to pounce upon him, just about to tear him limb from limb, when my weakened condition, aggravated by the pitiless rays of the tropical sun, well, it just proved too great an obstacle, and I sank in a heap in the sands, and when I regained consciousness, he was gone. Then began a search all through the capitals of Europe, Rome, Milan, Paris, Moscow, Berlin, across the Channel to London, then across the Atlantic and back to America, New York, Pittsburgh, Chicago, Milwaukee, Patterson, and then Niagara Falls. Finally, at Niagara Falls, I found him again. He was standing there with his back to the falls, all eternity behind him, and retribution finally staring him in the face. When I saw him standing there, the man who had ruined my life, the man who had stolen my wife and my baby, the man who had made of me a miserable wanderer over half the face of the earth. When I saw him standing, all the pit of emotion of years of suffering welled up within me, and with murder in my heart. Slowly, step by step, I crept upon him, and when I felt his hot breath on my cheek, I struck. You're the gentleman with a kind face.
What are you trying to do to me?
Excuse me, I forgot myself. I'm so weak.
No fault. I've done the same thing if I'd have caught the guy at Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls!
I opened my big mouth.
When I saw him standing there, slow.
I'm gonna get it again.
What are you trying to do to me? Oh, Jesus.
Cut it out. Never again will I say that word.
What word?
That word that gives you off your beam there or something.
What word do you mean?
That word way up there in New York State. Where everybody goes when they get married.
Where do they go?
Up, you think I'm gonna say it, huh? Well, I ain't gonna say the word you think I'm gonna say.
What word are you talking about?
Go ahead. Try and make me say Niagara Falls.
What are you doing there?
Get out! Get out!
What's the matter? What are you doing there?
Oh,
If you're tired, why don't you lie down?
oh, you. Look, what do you got? Just say Niagara Falls to this guy.
I'm gonna put you in a different cell.
No, you don't. This boy is free.
Free.
How did I get you out, my boy? You're free as a bird.
Well, he's all yours.
Wait a minute. One thing more, my lad. For you.
Oh, for me, huh?
Yep.
Bill, $300.79. What is the 79 cents for?
Well, somebody's got to pay for Mrs. Crumbcake's bucket.
Take it easy, Lou. May I see you, Mr. Attorney?
Well, of course, my boy.
Step right over here.
What's on your mind?
How would you like to have another client?
Of course.
Look at that client in there. Isn't he a lovely looking soul?
Well, I suppose so.
Well, why don't you take his case?
I don't know anything about him. Who is he? Where's he from? Niagara Falls.
Now, aren't you sorry?
Sorry about what?
Sorry for the things that you say. Get yourself in trouble all the time.
What did I say?
Niagara Falls.
Niagara Falls! That's the place. That's the word that gets me with the emotion that is pent up inside of me. I will never forget when that fella came to my home. I bade him to enter, and enter he did. Not by the front door, mind you, but by the rear door. He came into my house and took away my children and my wife and everybody else, and my mother-in-law. And not only that, I followed him all over the country. I followed him first to Patterson, New Jersey, Passaic, New Jersey, Nutley, New Jersey, Belleville, New Jersey. Then we went to another state. We went into Ohio, Cleveland, Detroit. And then I found the stoop in Steubenville, Ohio. That's where I met him, right by the gates of Steubenville. Niagara Falls. Step by step, step by step, with the pent-up emotion inside of me. I was getting close.
Yo.
I'm sorry.
Good night.
Good night.